All right, welcome back, guys. So I haven't washed this guy in a little bit, so we're gonna give you a little, just a quick wash, kind of give you a little tutorial on what I do. There's tons of different ways to detail. This car is not that nice of a paint job and everything, so I'm just going to do a quick wash down and kind of show you what I do to go through it. And really, it's just basically I'm just going to take some I personally like some Dawn dish soap to get all that, just that grime off of there. And then then I got my little tools and stuff if I really need to get down in gritty and everything. So so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top up, the windows up. One of my viewers asked, just wanted me to show you how the windows work, because a lot of kids don't see roll-up windows. So you got your window handle down here, and you roll it up. I mean, pretty simple. Simple back in the day. That's how we didn't have electric windows in that, so you just had to crank it. Easy enough. So yeah, so I'm gonna put the top up. To put the top up on these, I'm sure a lot of people that have Corvettes already know, but there's a little latch down here, and then you just have to pull and lift. Oh, it's stuck. So let me maybe move the seat up a little bit. Loosen it up a little bit there and see if we can. Oh man, come on. I'll have to get two hands on this because I can't get quite enough grip strength. So give me 1 second. All right, now that we got that up, so you can see, there you go. This handle is the one that opens up the whole mechanism here. You can see how it releases the little mechanisms. Anyway, and then this one is for when your top is sitting down, it unlatches that. So that's all that is. And this little guy, he's not little actually, but he's kind of heavy. So once again, I'll need two hands, and all it does is just lift up, and then I'll leave the top up to kind of show you how it comes down. So let me do that real quick, and we'll get that started. Okay, there's the top up, and then this section comes up, that comes down, and these, you can see, have little holes there, and then these pins lock down into those pins. And so that other latch that was in the middle there, that will unlock that. So I like to put these in first. They just snap down. Both sides. So now that's snapped down. And then you can come in here. And then you can see these. Got to get all these latches open. There's 3 latches. And all you're going to do is just bring it down, get in the hole on these, and then just latch them down. So once again, it's easier with 2 hands. I never have the top on really unless I'm washing the car, because I'm going to use a bunch of water and I don't want it leaking in here too bad. So I'm going to use both hands to kind of get up in there and get it latched down. So there it is, latched down. What I had to do is I have to pull down on this side here and then latch down with the other hand. So I'll have to do the same with that side, and then the one in the middle just snaps into place too. I gotta clean that. Whew. And so I'll see my convertible top, it needs all replaced. I need to replace this little plastic piece because it's broke. But like I said, I never have the top on anyway, unless it's to wash the car. So I'll finish doing these, get the windows rolled up, and then we'll get cleaning. All right, I'm gonna give it a little walk around. It's not too terribly bad, it's more just dusty. I'm gonna spray the wheels with wheel cleaner first to let that soak in. And I just noticed my bolts came off that. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if the mechanics took that off and didn't replace the bolts too. Oh my gosh. These guys are killing me. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. And I bet you that's what they did. So I'm missing a bolt from there too, so I'll have to go online and order one. So, of course. Yeah, that one's fine. And these are all fine. So I'll take one out right now, put it on the other side. That way it, you know, stays on, because the other one's just being held on by one little bolt. So I tell you, none of this was a problem. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's what happens, I guess, when you take it to a shop and they just, I don't know. Anyway, well, so we'll go over this and clean it up really good. All right. So first I'm gonna take one of these and put it over on the other one for the cap doesn't fall off. And then I'll get cleaning. All right, so before I even start cleaning, I personally, this is just for tires. I use all different type of brands. I'm not a loyalist for any means, but I do have certain brands that I like for certain, you know, things. So the tire wet foam, Black Magic brand, is the one I like. So all you're gonna do is just spray it on and just let it sit. And then I'll let it sit a little bit as I get my other stuff prepared. And I'll just come by with a nice rag and wipe down the residue. So I do that for all four of them. Like I said, this is a quick clean. Now, if I was really just detailing, I would get my pressure washer out and, you know, really go to town. But like I said, this is just a quick detail. The paint is not all great anyway, so I'm not getting too crazy with it. So we just let that sit so we can get some of those white letters to really pop. Oh, a bird pooped. Just as I was sitting here, a bird pooped on it. Yeah, right there on the fender. All right, so just get it nice and foamy. All right, all my cleaning stuff away. So I'll see how it just kind of dissolves and takes off all the goop. Kind of brightens up everything. So they say you just have to spray it on. I just like to take an old rag and let's see, down here I got an old rag. And then I just like to kind of give that little, especially the white wall there, get a little bit of a rub. See if I got off any of the old stuff. I need to replace these tires as they're really old, but not now. Got other things I got to worry about. These tires are, what, I think 2010. They are old, so I just got to keep an eye on them, not get too crazy with them. They need to be replaced like very soon, but I haven't had any time to really drive the car. Last year I only put in, like, of course I was really working on my car last year, but I only put like 100 miles on last year, pretty close to. So, and where I'm still just working on it and everything, and so I just stay close. I stay where I probably within 5 miles. I don't go very far. I think like when I take it to Cars and Coffee, that's probably as far as I go, and that's like literally 5 miles. All right, so now that we got that, I think this rag has had it. So now what I'm gonna do is fill this bucket full of water, and I like the Dawn. It seems to work the best. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get it nice and soapy and wipe down the whole car and go from there. And then after I wipe it down with the soap, then I'll just take a spray hose and spray it down, and then I'll touch up the wheels a little bit more, not the rubber itself, but the actual rims, and try and clean up the chrome a little bit on the side. So, but you can see, like, I still got a lot of work to do. Cracks. Someone drilled a hole before I bought it, so I have to get that fixed and replaced one day. I don't know. Some things I just see and I'm like, oh, what the heck were they doing? I'm not going to detail the engine. I will go over, for anybody that doesn't know how to check oil, I'll do that at the last. I know I need to put some oil in it, so like I said, we'll do that last. Okay, so I got it nice and soapy, so I'm going to spray down the car first. Just a quick spray, and then take the soap, clean it off. So make sure that you wash these wheels off really good of that tire cleaner. Like this to give it a good rinse there before you use your rag or whatever you're wiping down. You want to try and keep your chemicals separate as best as you can. So what you're going to do, that's why I'm saying spray down as much as you can, and then go ahead with the soap and soap it down. And washing with black cars, luckily it's not very sunny right now, but if it was sunny, it's really hard to wash because the water just dries on the paint so fast. Alright, so now we cleaned all that. Now we're going to go to the dirtier stuff like the wheels and stuff like that. So we're keeping our dirty stuff for the last. You can use a different towel if you want. I just reuse my towels. I wash them up real good. After I get the dirty parts, I just throw them in the... Alright. right, now we'll rinse it off. And try to remember when you're washing, the chemicals and stuff can make the cement slippery. So spray down the cement as you go too, because you don't want to be slipping. You know, let down soap can get kind of slippery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the majority of the water off with this, and then take the microfiber, and I mean this is microfiber too, but and soak up the rest of the water with this. And when the sun is out, you want to try and get the top of the car first before the sides. That way none of that water beads onto your, you know, your car. A lot of people forget about the door jambs when they wash cars, so it's important to get the door jambs too. Because if you keep up on it, then it just won't be so dirty when you actually like go to sell it or anything like that. The grime won't build up as bad. Like I said, just a quick wipe down. So let's go take a look and see what you guys think. Looking better, huh? Looking more clean. Let's take it out a little bit. Like I said, quick wipe down. I'm still gonna wipe down the wheel wells with a dryer towel. But when you're working with black, oh, I missed a spot right there. So I don't know if you can see, but there's little watermarks right there. So yeah, just bare. I must have missed it. Wasn't got too big of a hurry, I guess. So that's why you go over it one more time. All right. We're looking good, huh? As you can see, like, yeah, see, I got road chips, stuff like that. So, like I said, this paint, nothing super nice. It's just there for driver quality, and you know, still turns heads. Definitely, if I get back, it's definitely a 10-footer. You'd be like, ooh, no, that looks nice, but yeah. All right, so that's basically the how-to. I gotta take the top back down and wash underneath this section in the back here. So the top will come down, and then I'll get some glass cleaner, clean the glass. I got some chrome cleaner, some polish, you know, if need be. So, all right, well, that's what it is. And if you want to stick around more for, you know, just how to check the oil and do other maintenance stuff, you know, it'll just be mainly checking the oil and kind of just going over things to look, what to look for and whatnot. So you can stay after this, but if not, thanks for coming. All right, bye. Okay, kind of a just general maintenance, you know, for your young kids just learning or whatever. Check your air cleaner, make sure it's nice and clean. You don't want any debris getting in through your air cleaner. While it's still cool, I ran mine already. Check your radiator fluid. You know, this, if I took the cap off right now, radiator fluid would come out. So I don't want to do that, you know. So basically, you want to check that if you got older cars. You know, make sure there's no spark plug wires loose or anything like that, you know, because sometimes they do. Things move around. You know, check your belts. You know, you might have multiple belts, but you could just turn it and see if there's any cracks in between those grooves. And then check your oil. So I know I'm a little low on oil and I haven't filled it up yet. So just pull it out. And it's really clean oil, so it's hard to see. I'm trying to get it the best I can. Well, anyway, I need about a quart, so I need to put some oil in there and check it. So just take it out, wipe off the end. You know, you'll have a little cap. All you have to do is put it on. Ooh, hot. You know, just down that hole. I'm going to use a funnel, and I'll pour about a quart. And then, because I know I need about a quart, and then after that, you know, I'll just do little by little and check, you know, my oil gauge. And then, sometimes if you have an automatic transmission, they'll have a dipstick too. Manual transmissions are sealed, but if you have an automatic, you'll have to get everything warmed up. I suggest warming up the engine oil too, unless it's empty, of course, you don't start it, but make sure there is oil in it. And so with automatic transmission, you'll have to either, I do believe, I haven't done it in a while for old cars. I know on the old Fords, you know, you could do it in park or in neutral to check the transmission fluid. And so if the automatic transmission fluid's a little low, kind of a tip is fill it up to the mark and then put it in drive and reverse, and you know, go back up and forth, back and forth, back and forth until that fluid gets into the, you know, all the nooks and crannies in an automatic transmission, and then recheck it. So anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get a funnel and put some oil in. Very simple. You know, you want to just check all your filters. I mean, there's not much to these cars. Everything, you know, I got my alternator, and that's about it on this one, because I have no power steering, no whatever. So always look for leaks. I know I do have a little leak on the bottom of my oil pan, so eventually the gasket will have to be changed. So down the road. And this engine does burn a little bit of oil too. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, my Subaru burns oil also. All cars burn oil, so it's always important to check, you know, your oil and stuff. Just don't get in and drive. You gotta check these things every once in a while. You know, at least once a month. It's not a bad thing to just check. So, because things happen. And of course, I mean, you can check your brake fluid if you want. Your brake fluid's usually it's sealed pretty much. So you know, if you're losing brake, then you want to look at it. But like I said, every car is different. Read your owner manual and all that. But very simple in these older cars. So that's it. All right, thanks guys. All right, so I'm kind of trying to show you, because this is a very clean engine on the inside. I don't think this engine's ever been really ran, but you can see my oil is just right to the bottom of the ad. I don't know if you can see it. I pulled it out, and that's about right there. So that's about a quart. You know, you can see a little bit of the oil reflection right there, but yeah, you can see it with your eyes. But anyway, so that's why you want to check it and just try and take it up that full mark. Do not go over full, of course, because that'll give you some problems. You're gonna have a bad day. So like I said, little by little, and go from there. Okay, so you're gonna go all the way down in. Make sure it goes all the way down in, because there's a little lip there, so sometimes, you know, you won't get an accurate reading when you do. I'm just gonna pull it out, and let's see if we can see the oil. See right there where it's almost full? So that's just fine. I don't know if you can see it right there, just a little bit right there on the full. See, there you can see it. So see, I can add just a hair more. So that's about a quart, and even right there would be fine, you know. So I just wanted to show anybody that's never changed oil or put oil in their car on what to do, so that kind of gives you an idea. All right. Okay.